Hi everyone, delonewolf here, welcome back for some more EVE Online, and in today's video we are testing out a ship that was sent to me by a viewer, not just a ship but also a fit of course, so it's definitely an interesting one, and I'm not sure how it's gonna work though, because I'm worried about the tracking disruption. But this is the Phantasm. It does have 3 small drones, so it can take care of some of the more annoying things as well. But those don't have a lot of DPS, so we will see how this works out. Full focus is of course on the lasers, and I'm gonna start with the Scorch because of the optimal range of 27 kilometers. And then of course we are going to see if we can actually get on top of these small frigates and destroyers. I'm not sure how the tracking is going to be, so let's get started. I am also going to delay using my drones because they'll be pretty weak. Ooh, that's nice though. That's a nice little one-shot there from the pulse laser. So that one is gone. That one is gone, man. That's good. All right. Let's see how we do against the Black Ops squad leader. Whoa! Almost all his shields gone. We're gonna 3-shot this guy. That is not bad. So one thing that you do want to keep an eye out for, of course, is the incoming tracking disruption. And then I think what we might... Oh man, we're just one-shotting all of these guys. I don't even need the drones so far. Let's see how we do against the sentry guns. Man, half gone. 2 shots. We're gonna basically 2-shot these sentry guns. So I think I'm just gonna keep going slowly so that the enemy doesn't get too close. Let's see what we do with someone at 16 kilometers. 1 shot still. All right. Next one at 10 kilometers. Let's see if we can still 1 shot still. All right. That is good God. That's a lot better than I thought we would do. I thought at 10 kilometers we'd start to have some problems tracking them. But even within 10 kilometers... Oh, here we get one at 7.5. He should be orbiting me now. Yeah, that's where we run into the problems. But that's why we have our small drones, of course. So we're going to use them on that. We're going to take our target at 14. Oh, stop shooting. Fire. Blop. There it goes, man. Felt like a little bit of lag here. And then this guy at 10. Let's see, we can still hit him once. He goes down. And then the final one also with the drones, I guess. The drones you can see here. I did choose Augmented Acolytes for some extra punch for them. But yeah, they're definitely pretty slow. So we can, I do have, let's see, some Multifrequency. And then just zap them down. That works as well, of course. So let's get back. I think it was Scorch that had the nice range. And let's get in the second room. Let's see what we can do here, of course. Do we want to test out the tank by diving in? Maybe. I think the biggest test would be to find a 4 out of 10 again. But here I am really impressed with the tracking and the one-shotting that this ship has been doing. So optimal range is 27 kilometers. Fall off is 36 kilometers. So it does, of course, fire at quite a distance. Let's see how we do against these destroyers. And like that, firing at 30. Alright, almost gone. So that's not bad. And they still have... Oof, man, incoming missiles. They still have a little bit to go here. We one-shot one at 32 kilometers. And then here we get one at 30. Yeah, also a one-shot. Alright, super impressive again. Now, normally I would leave some extra... Let's see how we do against that heavy missile battery at 37 kilometers then. I would leave some space for tracking disruption, but so far they just haven't been doing that. Okay, here we get... Does take some extra hits because we are quite far away from it. And is it B or does it look like there's a little bit of lag here? Alright, let's switch back to some better targets. Let's start approaching the Black Ops. He's gone. Good. Next target. Let's target him as well. Let's deploy some small drones. Keep firing. I'm still not being tracking disrupted, so this is all working out quite nicely. And then he will get a little bit too close. Oh, one more shot for him. Blop. So I don't think we'll be able to hit this one. Now that he's within 10 kilometers. Oh, well, we do still hit him. Alright, and blop, he's gone. Good God, that's a lot better than what I thought we would see. Okay, let's finish the rest of this site. And Phantasm. My God, I'm impressed. Because its rate of fire is so good as well, of course, with these pulse lasers. So that is very impressive. And you have plenty of choices when it comes to crystals, of course. So, unfortunately, no loot again. Man, lately the good loot has been off-screen, basically. I have to say. Let's see if we can... Blop, that one is gone. Now that we're closer to our optimal, let's see how we do against that heavy missile battery. Everything explodes, and yeah, these are definitely better hits, as you can tell. And then we have another one at 24 kilometers. So there we go. Okay, 3 out of 10. Cleared super easily, I have to say. I am very, very impressed. Let's move on. Let's see if we can still find something of interest. Now, this is a cruiser. Compared to the Auto Jackdaw, this will be a little bit slower, of course, in the warp, in its feeling. But, yeah, very, very impressive. As always, the fit will be in the description. But since we have a little bit of time, I'll show you guys what the viewer came up with. So, let's start with the high slots, of course. Heavy pulse lasers. With Scorch, I think is gonna give you the best result. Then he put in a faction probe launcher. I'm using a core probe launcher too. Why do we still have so much noise here? 8 sister, of course, the typical. I always buy 16 of them. Cost like 6 million, pretty easy. Then we have a C-type medium shield booster, 60-70 million. A monopropellant enduring afterburner. Then we've got a large cap battery. An A-type EM ward field, so it really focused on the EM. A tracking computer. We've got both scripts. I'm choosing optimal because I think for the 3 and 4 out of 10 is going to be better. Then a shield booster amplifier. In the low slots we've got a diagnostic system, and then heat sinks, and then 1 tracking enhancer. So 3 heat sinks, 1 tracking enhancer. Again, EM for the shields because that starts at 0, of course. That's a bit of a problem. And then a cap control circuit to Tech 2s so that it becomes tech stable. Pretty impressive so far, I have to say. Let's see if we can find something else. Missed. Hello, Elijah. I missed Euro 7 in local there. Let's get that multi-frequency up because in the meantime we are going to run the refuge. Can I still launch my probes? Yep, drones. Okay, at the ready. Now, someone else told me, start your probing at 4 AU. I personally don't like it that much. And I said that signatures should always be within 4 AU of a Celestial, but look at this one. Could be here, could be here, could be here. So I feel like it's not so good. Let's see what my result is. Yeah, is this a better result than going with 8 AU for the same place and then actually getting something that you can pinpoint? I personally prefer to just go with 8 AU and just have a good... Oh, there we go. He's back in system as well. So we'll give him an 07. And now this gives me a much better idea of where that signature actually is. So I prefer to start out with 8 AU, make sure that I cover the whole range, and yeah, just have a much better placement on my second go with the probes here. So we've got a relic site, that's not so good, and then this one will probably be indeed close to the Celestial, so we'll do that. And in the meantime, let's get started. Blop. Oh, it's a combat site, that looks nice. Let's get the big battery as well. And then let's do a little bit of repping. Since we are cap stable, you can just keep that up and running as much as you want. It's just a Sasha hideout. That's unfortunate. But let's again take a look. You know, here we get some small frigates, of course, right on the optimal 10 kilometers for the multi-frequency. So we do still one-shot them. Even these tiny scavengers, which I personally thought would perhaps be a little bit more tricky to track. Yeah, we're getting through them without any problem. Very nice. I'm really impressed with what I'm seeing in this Phantasm, I must say. I'm really curious how it will perform in a Vigil and how it will perform... Yeah, a Vigil with the web drones. I mean, you still have 3 small drones to take care of those, so that should work as well. And then, what's the HP at? 3650. Okay, 3 to 4 times more than the Auto Jackdaw. I think it will indeed do fine. You just have to be careful not to lose any drones, I think, in that one. And the Refuge, does it... Nope, it doesn't give me any escalation or anything like that, so we'll go back to Scorch. Then we'll go back to Detal. We'll do a little bit more, just do some extra cleanup if we have to. And hopefully find another good combat site to test this ship out, because, as I've said, doing a lot better than I personally expected it to. And I think, is the buff for April for the beam lasers? I do believe so. It does have an annoying noise. So this is the noise that you get when you're really close to the ship, so you want to fly it zoomed out a little bit because of that. But other than that, it looks really cool as well, of course. The Phantasm looks crazy good. And it's tracking its laser damage. I am impressed. I do wonder how it will perform against like cruisers. What kind of application we get there, which should be good, right? Because it is heavy pulse lasers, so it should be good. Alright, let's go. Let's see if we can find something interesting to do. Here is the Tal, still just data and wormhole site, so we'll move on to Chunka, which is not far away, but compare this slow... Oh, and it's one of the modules that made the sound? Yeah, ooh, okay. Which one? Oh, sounds like the tracking computer actually makes a sound as well. And if you activate everything, you have a little bit of background noise. Okay, interesting. Unfortunately, nothing in Chunka either, so we're moving on to Tashinas. And then here is the ship. Look at that. Very cool. No animations. This is an older model, of course. But... man, look at that. It looks like it could really ram an enemy ship with a knife front facing and all the spikes there. So cool. Very good suggestion. So definitely a big thank you for that. We get a couple more refuges. If we found something like it, then I would probably go for that. Because there we might see some cruisers. And... maybe I'm having so many sound problems because of my new headset. Let's lower that just a little bit for me personally and keep going. So here we could do a couple of refuges, but you just saw how effective the ship already is there. It's a cruiser that I want. So now we can take a look at that. In the glow of a red sun. Very fitting for a Sasha ship. And if I'm not mistaken, it's not that expensive at the moment. So, very nice. Now, the one thing I would say, you want thermal resistance for the Sasha, so I'm not sure about that. The Haunted Yard, does that potentially... I don't think a cruiser can get in there though. Or can it? We'll take a quick look at that. Let's see if I can find it. Should be around there somewhere. Does that get drone cruisers? We'll test it out. Because drones are even smaller. Of course, that's actually a really good test to do. Because if I'm not mistaken, if I can get into the Haunted Yard, they spawn at annoying distances. And they have... some really fast guys, which we'll see if my lasers can handle them. Otherwise, of course, we do have the 3 small drones for that. So I'm not really worried. I would love to see the application in a 4 out of 10. So if I do find one at some point, I'll probably make an extra video to take a look at that, or a vigil. In a vigil, we could have some good tests for the actual DPS as well. But now for this video, I guess we'll take a look at the tracking. And so far, yeah, frigates, destroyers, no problem. Just getting rid of everything in 1 to 2 shots. Let's see how we do against some drones. And if I can't get in this one, then we'll do those small drone sites, because should be really tiny targets there. So let's see. Oh, we can do it. Nice. Okay. So let's get in there. Let's see if we can track some rogue drones with this setup. And now my voice is starting to give. But let's go. So what do we start out with? The leaking casks, I think, give you potentially some loot, so we'll slowly head that way. And then we've got drones, as I've said, really far out, so we'll take some that are far out and some that are close by. We'll get to traveling, we'll activate our stuff, and let's see that drone defender. Okay, we did just shoot him. And now we've got one at our optimal. Let's see if we can one-shot. Yep, there we go. That one is gone. Now this one is a little bit bigger. So let's see if we can hit that. Ooh, 10 kilometers, still gone. And we get a couple of guys. Ooh, lots of guys actually that are webbing me. So we are going to start using this. Let's see if my multi-frequency, that guy 12 should still be doable. Blop, he's gone. But yeah, look at these tiny little webbers very close to me. So can I use the multi-frequency? And can I hit those guys? Yeah, that's gonna be full misses, of course. That is going to completely miss. Let's see if we can get the Alvi. Oh, alright. Still impressive, actually. Now, the drones do need a lot of time to work on those guys. But now let's see, that Thunder Alvi at 22 kilometers with my multi-frequency. Yeah, we're not hitting that. Instead, we'll be moving back to the Scorch for that. Let's see if we can... Yeah! Ooh! Okay, well, tracking, very, very, very impressive, I have to say. These small guys, I mean, try to do that with guards. That's not gonna work so well. So this is just... super good. And then even at 30 kilometers, look at that, just completely gone. 33 kilometers, yeah, one shot. 34 kilometers, come on, one shot. Good God, that's impressive. That is actually really nice. So we grab that one, let's grab that one. Grab this one. Grab this one, should be all of them. Exactly. We're taking care of the final whip. And then normally I think you just want to keep an eye out for like a sentient. But now I can just sit here and snipe anything that comes in. Ooh, target at 40 kilometers. That's gonna be interesting as well. But yeah, on my optimal, they're just gone. And then these guys, let's see here, 40 kilometers out. Ooh, that's a bit far. Okay, let's head in their direction a bit. Next one. Blop, 37 kilometers, one shot on a rogue drone. And then here we've got the Sentient, which is the one I think that will potentially have the loot. We are approaching... Oh, so we're hitting the Barracuda first. Let's put my drones on the Sentient here. Still hitting, 6.5. Ah, now we're missing. That's when you need to switch to your multi-frequency within 10 kilometers, right? Then do take the time to switch to multi-frequency, so you're gonna hit him. That went down. Is this potentially loot? Ah, oh, 14 million. That's not bad. Okay. And now let's take care of these guys. Devilfish, Alvi. And my shields just aren't budging. So within 1 kilometer, yeah, we're not really tracking that. And is he trying to orbit me at that range? Looks like it. So we gotta try to basically pull away a little bit. At 3 should be good. Oh, still not. At 5, yeah, there it goes. Okay, alright. Well, 14 million in loot from this. Gotta say, what is it? Drone capillary fluid. Okay, very nice. And showing off the tracking capabilities of this Phantasm. Yeah, as I've said, I'll always start out with Scorch as my regular, I think, because the 4 out of 10, it's gonna be perfect for that one. You don't even need to use the Afterburn, just slowly edge towards your target and just keep zapping everything down in 1 to 2 shots. And if something gets too close, switch to Multifrequency and use your drones for that. I am very impressed. This is actually running a lot better than I thought it would. And that's gonna be it for this first showcase of the Phantasm, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.